Hi anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle and affirmations for today. Today is Sunday, January 4th, 2025. You may follow me on the Attack the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's affirmations. We're going to use the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ. Ugh, my nose is itchy. I keep saying I'm going to put jojoba oil on there, and I keep freaking forgetting. We got one on the table, two on the table. Hey, baby. She's like, I'm going to ignore you today, because that's how I roll. Bye, I love you. Bye, Beanie. Bye, Harley. She looked at me like, what? This lady's crazy. Three on the table. We're going to do two more shuffles. I got like a fuzzy on me. Okay, I did not know what to do yesterday because I didn't have internet. So I literally got into bed at like 5 o'clock, 5:30. Slept until 9:30. Went back to bed at like 10:30. Slept until 1:30. Dozed until 3:30. Got up, fed the cats, went back to bed. Four on the table. So suffice it to say, like, I got good sleep last night. Last shuffle, last shuffle, last shuffle. Four on the table. And I realized I gotta message my neighbor and see if she'll give me her stuff for her Wi-Fi. I can share my Wi-Fi. It's when I get my new modem and stuff, it's not a big deal. I have unlimited. I don't know if she has unlimited, but I gotta ask her. Because it would probably make sense since she's below me. I don't even know if she's paying for Wi-Fi though, because she hasn't been living there. So I don't know. But I gotta ask. All right. We got five with bottom of the deck. We've got play. We've got bond. We've got insight. We've got grief. And bottom of the deck, we've got upheaval. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Somebody messed around with a connection, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be lover, you know? Just somebody you had a bond with, a friend, a family member. Like, somebody messed around. Like, somebody fucked around and found out. This person is realizing, like, I shouldn't have done what I did. Like, I just heard take it back. Like, they want to take it back. No take backsies. This is the real world. No take backsies. I found that out the hard way, right? I've done things that I wasn't proud of after the fact, you know? The lady that I got into it with at Thanksgiving in 2024, that woman is still pissed at me. And I regret it. I do. I really do. Even though she always treated me like shit, I should never have treated her that way. I should never have treated her that way. I completely regret that. I don't regret not being friends with her because she has issues, right? And issues like that she lets spill over into all of her friends and her family's lives. I don't regret not being friends with her, but I regret how I treated the situation. For sure. This is somebody that kind of feels the same way. Like they did what they did and want to take it back. Somebody wants to take it back. This is somebody that's really beating themselves up. This is somebody that thinks about it all the time. You know, it kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if you guys do this, because maybe it doesn't matter what sign you are. Maybe it doesn't really matter what person you are. Maybe a lot of people do this. I don't know. Um, I'm that type of person. Like, I think about something, like whether I did something wrong, whether I did something right. Like, I will think about it for days, weeks, months after the fact. The woman in 2024, like, it took me, like, I thought about it constantly. And it took me, what, like a month and a half to finally have like that brain. Why did I want to say hemorrhage? That's not funny. Just have that click in my head, be like, oh, okay, like I did that. I should not have done that, right? It took me a minute. It took me a minute to realize it. But like, I thought like, even now, even today, I talk about it on here. When I see her at work, I think about it sometimes, like, I'm one of those people where I just bring up things from the past and I continue to think about it. It's just who I am. It's my personality. I've always been like that since a kid. And it just could be because of personality, right? I mean, I'm a Gemini, and I tend to see like all the sides, the other side of the coin, all the sides of the D&D dice, like I tend to see everything from every angle. But I'm also a Virgo rising, so I tend to tap into that emotion and that feeling because I care. I do give a shit. Like, I hurt this woman, and that upsets me. Even now, it still upsets me that I hurt her, to the point where she literally feels like she's so angry she can't overcome it, And that's not necessarily all on me, right? Like, if she's still upset about it a year and 2 months later, obviously she has some work to do, but I still feel bad that I put her in that position. And I think, and I'm just going to say it, I think a lot of people have probably not liked her attitude and the way she's treated them. And I've said this before too, like, I usually just walk away quietly. Other people have probably just walked away from her and not said anything. And me saying what I said and doing what I did, I think it kind of made her realize, like, those people that walked away quietly, maybe they really didn't want to walk away quietly. So I don't think her anger is just at me. I think her anger is at herself as well. But a year and 2 months later, and you still can't channel that into any positivity. And I feel bad because she's got 2 daughters that are in their teens. She's got a husband. Like, you go home and treat them like that. Like, I just, yeah. Anyway, whoever this is, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. And it's causing them to be, like, it's created chaos for them in their personal life, in their life, right? And it's not that the situation has caused chaos for them. It's their own action and or inaction has caused chaos for them, right? Take accountability. Whoever this is, take accountability. Like, if you treated a friend badly, a loved one badly, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse badly, take accountability. Take accountability for your actions. My thing is, when I look at these cards, my first question would be, have you spoken anything? The person that played around, the person that fucked around and found out with a friend, a lover, a family member, did you tell them, I'm sorry? Did you speak a few words into existence that would even make the universe believe that you had regret, that you felt bad? Did you say anything to the person or the persons that you did this to. And I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just saying, at some point, part of this person's healing, right? Because this person needs to heal from this situation, just like the person that they hurt, okay? How are they going to heal from this situation if they don't say what they need to say? We see this all the time on readings, you know, where a reader will do a reading and they'll be like, oh, so-and-so is thinking about you. They're in love with you, but they're not coming in. We don't know why they're not coming in. They're not saying anything. Why aren't they saying anything? Why aren't they saying anything? If somebody fucked around with a friend and hurt their feelings and treated them like shit, and they realize it after the fact, and now it is eating them alive, it is turning their whole world upside down, why wouldn't that fucking person go to that person that they fucked over? Why wouldn't they go to them and say, hey, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. I really, really fucked up. My situation with the woman at work, the one I said what I said to, the one that's still mad after a year and 2 months, I couldn't go to her. Like, she is not open for communication, right? She's not open for communication. But I recognize my part in that. I paid my karma for that situation, or I'm still paying my karma for that situation, right? But I don't carry all that anger about the situation with me. And I don't really think about it that as much as I used to anymore. Because for me, like, I'm healing from it. Like, I had my realization. I put it out there that I was willing to communicate with her. I even told some people at work that I'm sure 100% told her. I'm sure. She is not open for communication. That is fine. I put the energy out there. I did my part. I continue to do my part. So I don't have these feelings. I no longer have these feelings of overwhelming sadness and grief. And my life isn't in chaos because of this situation with this woman, right? Like, I've already started working through that. I mean, I've been working through that, it took me a month and a half afterwards. So I've been working through that for a year. When people don't come forward and say something like that, just like any type of trauma, that is going to eat you alive. Even if, like, and this isn't part of the read, but even if, like, let's say somebody was secretly in love with me, like let's say somebody from work was secretly in love with me, right? And they didn't tell me, but they come up to me and they talk to me and, you know, we laugh, we have a good time. And then they go home and they cry because they're like, oh my God, I think I'm in love with Kim, but I don't know what to do. Yeah, you do know what to do. How do you think you're ever going to move forward? How do you ever think you're going to find out how I feel? And if I don't feel the same way, how are you going to ever release that situation? Release those feelings for yourself if you don't say something. And I know it hurts, to be honest. Like, I know, like, in a situation like that where you have to go to somebody and be like, I love you, and they don't say it back, right? I had that happen this summer. I know it hurts. I know it's horrible. But at the same time, you will move on from it. You will eventually heal from the situation, grow from the situation, and you will move on. And you will find somebody else to love. And hopefully they will love you back, right? I don't understand why people don't say what they need to say. It drives me bonkers. It drives me bonkers. Like, even with me and the guy at work that I fell in love with, like, I told him, I have a thing for you. No response. I let it go for a few weeks. Then I wrote him the letter that my friend gave to him. No response. Okay, no response is a response. You were never interested, obviously. I have to move on. I can't be friends with you because that's just weird. So, sayonara. And it was like he didn't understand. It's like he didn't understand why I couldn't be friends with him. It's like he didn't understand why I pushed my other friend away at work, the one that I thought was involved with him. It's like neither one of them understood the fact that they started hanging out together 24/7 Kim can't be a part of that. Kim needs to heal herself from the situation. Kim cannot be a part of that. It's like neither one of them knows how humans work, human nature works, emotions work, mental work works. You know, like I can't hang out with you guys all day if I have to get over the fact that like I was in love with this guy and you might be dating this guy. I can't hang out with you all day. Like that would be putting myself deliberately into that. And why would I do that? I wouldn't do that for my own family. God taught me that. Like, don't do that. And then when I wrote her the text message and she never responded, you know, that was like another knife to the gut, because you could at least say, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Like, I don't agree, but I understand, right? She doesn't understand at all. She doesn't know. You know, it's all about her, I'm guessing. And some could say vice versa, right? Like, it's all about me, because, but you also got to understand, like, I'm the one that fell in love with him. They're the ones that don't care. So if you're not going to care about me trying to heal from the situation, then why should I care about how you feel about it? Like, I need to go heal myself, whatever that means. Like, I got to go hermit. I got to go heal myself, right? Some people just don't get it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and I said this like last week or the week before, I have this overwhelming feeling that the guy and the girl that I was friends with, I feel like they have been wanting to say something to me for weeks and weeks and weeks. And just like I said in this reading, say something. Say something. I said something, and I was rebuffed. I was ignored. I was tossed aside. It's not for me to keep chasing people, to keep trying with people. Not when you're treated like that. Not when I was treated the way that I was treated. So why would either of them think that I should say something? They need to say something. They need to step up and say something to save the friendship. And it's like neither one of them takes accountability for their own actions. And I think it's just because they're too young, right? I made the mistake of falling in love with someone younger. She was my friend, but she's younger. And I think they just don't get it. They don't understand yet. They will. They will. And again, she's so angry. I think she realizes, like, oh, I just totally fucked up this friendship. And for what? For this guy who's not even interested in me. Congratulations. You could say something. You could say, hey, how was your weekend? How you doing? You could open up that route of conversation, and maybe at some point you could apologize. I apologized. And you guys, again, as somebody that's healing, I had to do that with my good friend at work. She's older than me. She's got a husband. She's got 3 adult children. There was not to get into it because we're already going longer than I wanted to go, but we had been friends when I first started working where I work, and then we had a falling out for a while when we moved to the new building. And I think like the beginning, like spring of 2024, her and I finally kind of came back together as friends. And we've been slowly building our friendship back up, and now we're kind of back to where we used to be, and if not better than we were friends before. And I even literally told her, I said, she's like, why don't you friend me on Facebook? Because we had been friends, and I had blocked her for my own reasons at the time. But she's like, why don't you refriend me on Facebook? And I literally looked at her and I said, because I don't feel like I deserve that privilege. That is somebody that knows growth. That is somebody that knows healing. That is somebody that takes accountability for their actions, right? Like, even with my friend, I took accountability for my actions. Like, I recognized my own part in the situation. As much as I thought she was an asshole, I was an asshole. right? And I literally said to her, I don't feel like I am owed that privilege to be your friend, to follow you on Facebook, to know the comings and goings of your family. And she kind of looked at me like she was surprised that I had that insight. But that's how I felt. And I think a few weeks, maybe a month later, something like that, I did friend request her and she accepted. And we have been good friends ever since. Seriously. And, you know, again, it's all about taking accountability for your actions or your inactions. And when people don't do that, they miss out. They miss out on life. Whoever this is, they're missing out. They're missing out on something really good. And that's really sad. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I went a little bit longer because I figured, okay, it's kind of like affirmations. It's kind of like a reading. I won't be on later. I'm going to work for OT. I'm seeing my dad for dinner. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see him. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.